What's up, risk managers? My name is Nasdaq Anonymous, and I'm addicted to the NQ. And boy, is she one hell of a drug. And welcome to tonight's NA meeting, where we'll discuss the economic data for the week, analyze today's session, and from that, build a winning game plan for tomorrow's price action. And if you haven't done so already, you can show your support by subscribing to the channel. And with that said, let's jump into the charts now. This is tomorrow's data, and be mindful that all times are in Central Time. And we have a big block of news scheduled for tomorrow, so let's jump into it. At 7:30, we got PCE, personal income, and personal spending for the month of July. At 8:45, we have the Chicago Purchasing Managers Index for the month of August. At 9 o'clock, we have the Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index and the 5-year consumer inflation expectation for the month of August. And at 12 o'clock and 2:30, we have some crude news and we have some CFTC data being released. And now that we know what to expect, let's jump into the charts and create a game plan for tomorrow's price action. This is the block of price action that we traded during today's stream, and today was definitely a range day. And as I analyze the charts, I see about 5 clues that's going to be essential for helping us find the best trades going into tomorrow's stream. So let's jump into it. During the overnight session, the Nasdaq opened slightly bearish, opening with a 53-point gap and trading 127 points to the downside before the bulls found support. However, once the bulls found support, we saw a massive 553-point rally to the upside, squeezing out all the bears from their position and retesting the double top from Tuesday's session. And the bulls made around 5 attempts to break through these highs, and after failing to trade price higher, the bears stepped in and sold price 357 points to the downside and traded in a 114-point range until the close of the session. And based on this price action, here's what I'm going to be looking for. So today was post-NVIDIA earnings day, and we saw a pump that was supposed to save the market an hour into the new session. But with the bulls failing to break the highs around 690, a break of this level would definitely be an objective for the bulls. And if the market can hold 445 overnight, I'll be watching the reaction when price trades within a range between 490 and 475, because this is where we saw price break structure, and I expect for passive sell orders to be resting in this area to sell the retest. But if the bulls can break out of this range and price trades higher, I'll be looking for the retest of 525, because this level has acted as major support and resistance in the past, and it's highly likely for bears to step in at this level and defend this position. But if the bulls fail to maintain support and price begins to trade lower, then I'll be watching the reaction when price retests a level at 365, because we've seen the bulls defend this level towards the end of the session, and a break below this low will signal selling pressure from the bears. And if the bears can hold price under this level, then I'll be watching the reaction when price trades within a range between 340 and 315. But the price action overnight will definitely be essential for our bias going into tomorrow's stream. Now, if you're enjoying the content and appreciate the value that me and my trading partner provides to the trading community, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the release of our next NA meeting and live streams. And with that said, let's jump into an ES chart. This is an ES chart, and this is the block of price action that we traded during today's stream. And during the overnight session, the E-mini S&P opened slightly bearish, opening with a 9-point gap and trading 26 points to the downside before the bulls found support. However, once the bulls found support, price traded 102 points to the upside, taking out yesterday's highs, but failing to retest the double top at 669. And from this failure, price traded 65 points to the downside and traded in a 25-point range until the end of the session. And based on this price action, this is what I'm going to be looking for. So just like the NQ, we saw a gap open that was followed by a 26-point move to the downside. And once the bulls found support, the market rallied 102 points, only dropping because the bulls failed to reach their objective. And if the bulls continue their aggressiveness and find support overnight, then I'll be watching the reaction when price trades within a range between 640 and 635, because this is where we saw price break structure And I expect there to be passive sell orders to be resting in this area to sell the retest. And if bulls can break out of this area, then I'll be watching when price retests a level at 645. But if the bulls fail to hold this area overnight and the bulls begin to sell price lower, then I'll be watching the retest of 608 because this level has acted as key support and resistance in the past, and I expect for price to react when price trades into this area. But if the bulls fail to protect this area, then I'll be watching the reaction when price trades within a range between 600 and 595. But I'll be monitoring both markets overnight to identify the best trades as we go into tomorrow's stream. And also keep in mind that we have PCE being released at 7:30 Central Time tomorrow morning. And in summary, both markets opened slightly bearish and gapping to the downside. Both markets had massive recoveries from yesterday's sell-off, retesting yesterday's highs. And finally, tomorrow morning at 7:30 Central Time, PCE will be released. And that's all I have for tonight, risk managers. And you can watch us trade these concepts live by clicking this video. We'll see you there.